Up this magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it?
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us about 20 miles south of downtown L.A. at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Jacksonville Jaguars and our home team. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Go, go, go!
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Check tight. Check tight.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Hey, silent one. Charlie. Hey, Charlie.
Throwing on second down. Foles. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Jags first down.
It's a gain of 10. And a Jaguar first down.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
What we got?
Fournette running right. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Get in the weight room.
Hey, go.
On second and 2, Foles. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
After the incompletion, here now, third and 2. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
Ready, ready. 60 outlaw.
I'm not ready. Check 43.
Yep.
Muscle.
Shoot.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up second down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Hey, watch it.
Ready.
Here's 2nd and 8. Caught by Wilson. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Set 50. Plant.
44. I'm scared.
Spin.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And it's complete. Henry. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Tally that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
Set. And logo.
Here we go. Switch.
Recon 132 fighter. Hey, Haywood.
44's the mic. 44's the mic. Get your swerve on. 44's the mic. 44's mic. Check.
Hey, orbit. Hit it.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Complete. It's Henry. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right.
This is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
On the ready.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the screen. Pass.
Go.
44's the mic. 44's the mic.
Let go.
On the ground, it's Eckler.
Check 15.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Go. 60 Pittsburgh.
44's mic. Check.
5.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
44. Watch the screen. Check 9. Let's go. Come on.
Now they'll throw with Taylor. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. Throwing on 2nd and long. Taylor on the screen. This is Eckler. Give them 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Right here, right here.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Every possession in the postseason magnified, and look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Fournette. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Go, go!
Now Leonard Fournette. And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Now Foles. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
On 2nd and 15 now. Taylor. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Wide open receiver complete. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Running on first down, Eckler. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A give, Eckler running to the right. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. The Chargers on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Taylor to throw. It's caught by Davis. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here we go.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. 49, check 49, check 49.
They go play action now. Taylor. Third down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7.
A 7-yard loss brings up third down.
The Chargers on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
A big run by the big man Fournette, 74 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look at, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette taking it in as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
On first and 10, it's Taylor. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Taylor will lead up the offense first and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far.
50, Mike 50. Watch the out, watch the out. Mike 50, Mike 50. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Boom, boom.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
50's the mark. 50's the mark. Ain't no such thing as a look.
Taylor. And an alley to run. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A run, it's Murray. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here?
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
4 down. Check. Mike 50.
On 3rd down, Taylor. Buying time to his left, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Telvin Smith able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them?
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
After the sack on 1st down, Foles. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Foles. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 19-yard line.
Here we go. 60 yards. Come on. All right, Trump. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Check. Nice. Sweetheart.
Now it's Taylor. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check. 22, check, bomber. 22, check, bomber. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Come on. I got you.
Let's go, Mike 50, Mike 50. We ain't giving up nothing today. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Operating from the gun, Taylor. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Waiting. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
This is Fournette. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Waiting.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On second and 12, Foles. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a third and long after that sack. Here's Foles. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Josh Lambo will attempt the field goal. He's a former Charger, remember, back in their San Diego days. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Watch the safety creep.
They go back to Murray on first down. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check, check. Lucky.
He's checking. Crash.
Rotate. Spell. No. Off.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Watch the slack.
From the gun, Taylor. And that will be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a 1-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check, 59. I got you.
1, 5.
Check 59, Mike.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Not good, 0 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now back to throw. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. They'll toss it to Fournette. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. Looking to throw. The open man is Westbrook. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down. Foles now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Going with Armstead, a first down carry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. I got you, baby. I got you.
They'll run with Fournette. Oh, no, he lost the football. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And they will finally drag him down at the Chargers' 5. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Fournette. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you said, you don't want to get in the end zone too early. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way,
nowhere to get away, and down he goes. goes. Taylor is sacked.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And the pressure gets to him again.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. Here's Taylor. From the gun, he'll throw. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
That's baby side. 44's the mic. 44's the mic. Stop your whining.
They're going on 4th down. It's Taylor. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Now Fournette. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Leonard Fournette saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football?
And the defense loses him. It's complete. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, LA. A big play there. 84 yards. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes it 24-13. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Again, it's Fournette. That 2nd down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. On the run, it's Fournette. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go, Dre. 59 Mike. 59.
Fournette running out of the gun. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
Here we go. 180.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
They'll set up a throw. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
4 yards. It's now 4th down.
Dead. 180.
Well, the Lombardi Trophy would be nice to hoist. They have to hold off for that for a little bit. Right now, the Lamar Hunt has to feel good to hold.
Oh, it's got to feel great for them. And remember, Lamar Hunt helped create the American Football League, which became, of course, in most part, the American Football Conference. And he's the one who gave us the name Super Bowl.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.